big one for you today. Firstly and most importantly, it's Mel W's 500 subscriber hops, so congratulations Mel. And she's a fellow Aussie, so there's no way I could miss this, even though I'm more than just a few days late. Sorry Mel. But it's also May, and May is when May I Scraplift You runs every day, and there's a whole lot of people participating. So instead of a list in the description box, there's going to be a playlist and people just add their videos as they make them. So this will go in there. Tradition dictates that we scrap lift unless otherwise instructed our fearless person we're celebrating, and so I'll be doing that. This is what I'm scrap lifting. This is where you'll find Mel. I know this is her YouTube handle, but I don't know, it might be the same on Insta. Anyway, I'll link all her deets down below. Make sure you check her out. Mel says, you can either scrap lift me or do a layout of a person / people that have believed in you or encouraged you that you can do something you yourself thought you could not. And if you want to add mixed media, so much the better. This guy's always been my biggest champion. So I'm going to scrapbook him. It's 2 separate days, I think, in the same week. His first week at his job, his part-time job. So I'm just going to talk about some of the activities that he did. And all I've done so far is apply some clear gesso to this sheet. And it's got a kind of a ledger grid type design. It's not the one I originally picked out, but you know, yeah. So I've watched this process video that Mel has done for this layout, and I will link that one in case you want to go and watch it too. I'm not very good at mixed media, but I do want to get better. So I think unleashing my inner Mel is a good way to improve. So the first thing I am going to do is the packaging technique for this sort of watercolory area on the diagonal here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to arrange the photos because I don't have landscape ones. I've got portrait ones, but I do need to find somewhere to journal. Maybe I'll put like a journaling box somewhere. So I want these two together because that was the second day, and then I want that one. So if I do something like this and then a journaling box maybe, because writing on paper after it's been gessoed is a real pain. Alright, now I've gone and raided all my blue mists, some silver ones too. Now that that's done, I think the next step is to stamp a little bit. Mel's used a stencil, a couple of different stencils with both paste and ink, and she's also used a few different stamps. So where did I put mine? I have this stamp of USB cables. It's a picket fence one, and the idea being that where Max is working, it's a robotics company, and they do robotics for they help educational institutions either introduce or improve their robotics programs, and they make these little bots. And if I use the mini distress inks, then I can just do little sections of the stamp, and because I don't want any harsh lines, so just grab something and see how this goes. And I'm absolutely fine with it not stamping perfectly. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. So if there's photos here, then I probably want a little bit maybe going off the page. I mean, a lot of it's probably going to be covered up because once I add all my embellies. And there's still like the stenciling and all that other stuff to go. Okay, I'll leave that for now and I can always come back to it. Now there's this stencil from All and Create. I thought I could do this kind of techie sort of thing with the paste. Okay, so Mel's put hers down the middle. So let's have a look. If I kind of do it some here and yeah. So the paste that I've got, it's this pearlescent one. It dries kind of a little bit silvery and I wanted silvery kind of embellies. Love the way that it sort of looks all rectangular, but hopefully once I've piled up a whole bunch of other stuff, it's not going to stick out quite so much. Okay, so this is where I'm at. Photo. There are some spots here that just look a bit bald, so I found this stencil, which is one that I was hoping to find before, and I might try and use some Distress Oxide and just, I don't have the newest grey colour, the Shadow something or other, so I will use this one, Pumice Stone, and one of these Picket Fence brushes, pretty sure they're Picket Fence. And see what I can do. I thought Hickory Smoke might be a bit dark. Although this one's looking a bit weird. It's looking kind of yellowish. I don't know whether it's because the brush is dirty or what. I don't know. Try this one. I don't love that, gotta say. Yeah, this is much better. Maybe that brush was a bit mucky. Alright, let's leave it at that. Next, I've got to get these photos down. So there's this one, and I think some journaling cat hair. This might work as a journaling box. I'd kind of yeah. Now there is this one. What? I could put this in a. Maybe I will do that. I'll trim off that edge and put that in a frame. Just, I don't know, just because I can. Let's see, I'm going to put it like this. Because I just like that little bit of dimension that that frame gives. I would cover that up because I don't want to bring in the green. And then I've got some room for some embellies there. I'm going to try and write my journaling and just see how long it ends up being. Third time lucky. How certain am I that I want this? Yeah, I think I'd... Alright. And I'm just going to trim off some of this. Okay, let's see. Now, these need photo mats, as Mel has done. I have pulled a bunch of paper scraps. I want to incorporate the orange and yellow, not just because of what's on his t-shirt and the colour of the spot dog, but also you can see here in the corner of the photo there's an example of one of their first spots, that this company makes, and they're sort of a yellowy orangey kind of a colour. Belly time. I also need to get dates for these photos. I might need glue dots for this because that is not sticking. Mini dots are the first to come to hand, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay. I think everything's going to have glue dots, to be honest. Why don't I put the title down first, and then I'm going to worry about where all this chipboard's going to go. I wonder if I just put it across here. I'm just going to live with that. I may end up putting something there, I don't know. Now the first thing I want to do is put some spots where I can add the dates, because these things happened on different days. I'll just put that there, it's not going to stick anyway. So now I think this remote definitely needs to go on this side. Actually, I'm happy with that, even though the banner runs the other way. I'm not fussed. It's going to be a very wordy layout, but that's okay. Maybe that. Oh wait, no, there was the rocket, wasn't there? I know the rocket looks random, but it kind of is. It's not entirely unrelated, I promise. Alright, I'm just going to leave that. More yellow over here, she says as she pulls off blue. Okay, I could put that maybe. Alright, what I'm going to do is start sticking some of these down and inking. This is slowly coming together. I haven't stuck that down yet. I want something, somewhere to write the date up here. Maybe one of these things. Alright, let's see if that's going to hold. Alright, I feel somewhat more in control now. Slick writer. I'll put the date on before I forget. This was the 24th. What else can I pile on? Because it's looking very sparse for an Alex special. What about And I could put that up on foam, huh? Yeah, okay, I like where that's going. Now, navy, more navy. And this needs some more work up here. Maybe this. Darker would be better, but I don't have that option. I think I'm going to put some of these cogs and gears on the page just to see how they look. Alright, what else? Something here. What about this October afternoon label? If I turn it upside down, I can cover that little trash panda, and that's slightly more in keeping with what I want. Not 100%, but better. Okay, I am going to stick these cogs and gears down now before I lose one of them. Now, which side? This one. I might have to tuck some of that behind. That one, this one. These little circle things. Okay, one very last touch. I'm going to use some of this brushed pewter to splatter some, because I think of all the sprays and things that I've got, this is probably going to give me the punchiest silver colour. Alright, let's see how that dries. I'm not going to like what's happening here, but it is what it is. Alright, this is Mel's, this is mine, and I have to admit, the embelly clusters are very pared back for something I would make. Now, I can't promise they're going to stay that way between this mist drying and me taking still photos. There may be extra added, but for now I'm going to stop, and please obviously check out all Mel's socials, give her some love, congratulate her on her subscriber milestone, and everyone else who's taking part in the hops. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.